And Corey Close in her 14th season at UCLA. The Huskies in their home whites with the purple trim. And the Bruins in their road blues with the gold trim. And we are underway. Brenda Pantoa, one of our great officials, will get us going. Chuck Gonzalez, Teresa Turner, as well as the Bruins come away with the tip. The first ever game in Big Ten Conference play for both of these programs, and stripped by Sayvia Sellers.
Fourth in the Big Ten in steals, starting strong.
Elle Ladine open from deep, too strong.
To me, Gardner getting the start today, which is interesting.
Right away, they go inside to Betts, can't make the first one, and collects her own miss and cashes in the second attempt.
I think Langley's plan is to play her straight up, one-on-one, stay out on everybody. Maybe she gets 40, but they keep everybody else in check.
Ladine, second jumper of the game, no good, and the rebound collected by Gardner. Pushing ahead, Jaquez runs free, and she's got a bucket.
And that's the key also from Coach Langley is transition D. And they really want to make sure if they're taking quick shots, they're ready to rebound them and they're ready to transition back.
Ladine gets it back near turnover. 10 on the shot clock. The floater rolls in.
The second leading scorer for the Bruins right now. But they basically have 5 people in double digits. So
Daniels strips Gardner. Aggressive to the hoop, can't get it to go, fouled.
This is really going to help her going into her pro career, just how much she's worked on her game.
First couple of years of her career, started as a Cal Bear. And this is Kiki Rice, bothered by a shoulder injury, missed some time early this season. Count it!
She's a great official, but these are 2 great teams. I hope they just let them play.
They want to make sure she can maintain her aggressiveness.
And that's a tough matchup for her with Kiki Rice. I think, before last week, you could just play off of Kiki Rice.
Betts in the mid-range area, working on Eke, turns her shoulders, gets called for lowering the shoulder. Yeah, you mentioned it. Eke has been an outstanding defensive addition for Tina Langley and the Huskies, leading them in block shots. Here's Ladine working the baseline, over to Steins, open from the corner, and that's money.
And that's really Husky basketball, just to penetrate, create, kick. I mean, both these teams make 8 threes a game. It just seems like Washington makes more because they really like the three-point shot, and they're good at it.
Kiki Rice draws a double. Gardner can fill it up. Yeah, that's automatic for Tamia Gardner. Tipped away by Jaquez. Daniels has it. She'll trigger the long jumper, and the 3 ball is true for Daniels, her second make from deep this season.
Wow, if Dalayah Daniels can bring her perimeter shooting, that is really going to open things up for UW today.
Here's Rice, gets the switch. Daniels on the perimeter, but she's versatile. Takes her baseline and gets the bucket. 5 and white gives it to Daniels. Steins, hesitation, beautiful dish. Sheila Gilmer had it.
I built my program off Washington talent, mainly Eastern. There's something in the water there, at least.
Yeah, they have a lot of really good talent that have come out of the state of Washington. Here's Steins, and drags that pivot foot. So and the score has changed, and I was wondering, Dalayah Daniels triggered that long jumper, and her foot must have been on the line during the timeout. The Huskies dropping down to just 10 points. We sit way above the court, so can't talk to the official.
By Janiyah Barker.
Daniels working on Barker, a little up, under, scoops it in. Good patience by Daniels.
Great veteran move, took the space, read it the whole way, just pivoted by for the open look.
Rice again, downhill drive, can't finish. There's Barker, she can't get it to go, and Daniels snags it.
UCLA is so good on the offensive boards. That's going to be key for Washington to just keep limiting. They're doing a great job of not fouling, though. That's so often a foul when people get those rebounds under the basket.
Tina Langley has shown in her time the Huskies are a team that does not foul at a high rate. Shayla Gilmore onto the floor and grabbing that offensive rebound. 10 on the shot clock. Good ball movement for Washington, but yet to really get inside that three-point circle. Ladine has to let it go. Throws it up, hits the rim, and cleared out by Angela Dugalic. A one-time Oregon Duck. Now has been at UCLA for the past few seasons. Here is Dugalic, and she cans the mid-range. Missed a couple of games earlier this season to play with the Serbian national team. Here's Steins taking Hoskes' baseline, and Ladine, the runner. Beautiful shot making by Ladine. Barker right back at Washington and draws the foul.
Lisa, did you have that in your game? That little runner floater?
You know what?
You can't guard it.
I wanted to be a post player with back to the bucket moves. I just didn't grow. Here's Betts just powering her way over the leader of this number 1 ranked UCLA Bruins squad. And they have looked at it. They've looked like the number 1 team. Shot clock winding down. Sellers, step back 3 off the mark. Gilmer collects the miss and powers it over the top of Dugalic.
Wow, she has just really improved this year. Last year, she was, get in there, kind of a glue player, move the ball. Now she's impacting the game with scoring and 2 offensive rebounds already in this first quarter.
Here's Sellers. Short, grabs her own miss. And the Huskies get it back. Here's Gilmore.
Got a little excited there.
Got in the air and didn't have any place to go. 10 left here in the first frame for the Bruins. We'll see what they do. High pick and roll. Arnisalo all the way to the bucket at the horn. The freshman, so heady. In terms of age, she could go to the WNBA after this season. Might be nice, though, to pair with your sister for a year.
Well, I think that was double recruiting, right?
Exactly.
Let's get Sienna and let's try to keep Lauren for 1 more year.
Sellers out of the timeout, gets it to Eke. Hesitated, Betts closed. Daniels working on Gardner, gets to her spot and puts it off.
And the Huskies can hit the jumpers. Like, they are elite jump shooters. A lot of people these days, key, 3 and key, and there might be people at home going, why are we shooting jumpers? Because we're good at making jumpers if you're University of Washington.
Gets it to Sellers. Baseline back to Steins, top of the key, too strong. Kiki Rice, inside out dribble.
That really wasn't bad defense by Hannah Steins either. Just that's Kiki Rice at her best.
Sellers checked by Arnisalo, can't get it over the top. Ooh, boy. Hannah Steins went airborne. Here is Kiki Rice, out of the state of Maryland, now a junior for the Bruins. Barker, oh my goodness, that is just gorgeous. Lena Arnisalo, number 7 for the Bruins, the 5'10 freshman out of Helsinki, Finland. Tegan Brown had a good look at it, wouldn't drop. This is Arnisalo. Checked by Sellers, got 1 foul and didn't pick up the second. Arnisalo wanted to draw some contact. Oh, beautiful feed to the Eke in the paint.
Not a huge challenge. It looks like Washington's coming out in their zone.
And London Jones says, I'll take that, the 3 ball from the left side against that zone.
Yeah, and that's KYP. If you are going to zone UCLA, you got a couple of elite shooters out there that you got to get out a little bit quicker too. But I think in this day and age with super conferences, you just got to be ready to manage everything. I think especially the Huskies.
Yeah, UCLA has got some players that can really fill it up from deep and others that you want to make sure that you give a cushion. There's Kiki Rice.
An emergency switch when their player was beat. I don't know if the game plan is we're staying home on Lauren Betts no matter what. But they might need to make that adjustment at halftime. I always feel like as long as everybody's guarded, you got a chance.
Steins pulls the 3, no good. Eke working the glass. Popping around and drops into Steins' lap. She'll try it again and she hits it. Love the confidence to go for it again on the same possession.
Great hustle plays by the Washington Huskies to get that extra possession. That's a dagger, the kick out for the 3.
Tina Langley clapping her hands together after the make for Steins. Now switching defenses again. Jones into the paint, can't get it, and Betts able to grab the miss.
Yeah, I mean, I love the trap on the ball screen, mixing things up. I love running London Jones off the three-point line. I mean, I loved everything except then you got to get match back up.
Season 58% from the foul line. She knocks down a pair. UCLA switching things up. Ladine with Dugalich on her. And now they get the switch on the screen. 3 on the shot clock. Ladine able to get rid of it a couple of times. She's got that grenade at the end of the shot clock. Here's Jaquez. What a finish in transition with the left hand off window. And I think Betts might have rotated and got a piece of that one.
She did. She's doing a phenomenal job on the switches of getting out and contesting shots. There's a lot of bigs in the W that don't do that a lot.
And you spent a lot of time scouting, working with Phoenix. Yeah, Lauren Betts has the ability to be a very high-level WNBA player. Jones gets it inside to Betts. And I don't think she got that before the shot clock. Nope, violation. Too patient. And try to get an attempt. Here is Ladine. At the buzzer. And off the back rim. Pretty good look by Ladine with just 3 seconds to go. She's got a lot of different ways that she can beat you. She's got the size with Dugalich and Barker coming off the bench. She's got the shooting with London Jones, Tamia Gardner. She's got the rebounding. She's got the pieces, and that is why they are the #1 ranked team in the nation. But UW has had some really good moments in the first half. Here's Ladine, ball on the ground, up and under, and finish. Good start to the second half by Ladine.
Beautiful step through by Elle Ladine. Got to get space on that sideways drive.
She is a slasher, just 2 of 9 in the first half, but a couple of those misses were at the end of the shot clock, had to force it up. Gardner, so pretty. That 6'3" frame, able to shoot from deep.
That is automatic.
And it's a quick release. High up. Ladine on the switch, working on Gardner, and steps out of bounds on the baseline. Here's Kiki Rice on the switch against Daniels. Has room, but kicks it into Betts. Okay.
I'd like to see them push Betts maybe to the middle, because she does like that comfort dribble. Then you could dig maybe a little bit from the middle on her, but once she gets deep in that and goes baseline, there's just really no help.
Betts, the first player in double figures. She's got 10, and now the fast break situation. Rice up ahead and puts it home. UCLA coming out. Going back to non-conference for a while. And, of course, a big matchup with Utah. They will be in town on the 14th of December. Here's Eke. Can't get the first one to go. Collects her miss. Tries to hit Hannah Stein.
Picking up the tempo a little bit with their defense.
Betts position down low. Deep and then off the window. Got inside the restricted area. Just backing down Eke. Daniels running. Good tempo. Steins can't hit it. Ladine able to grab the miss. Kicks it to Steins, who gets fouled in the act. The 5'11" junior out of La Miranda, California. Season high 18 points in the win versus Southern. She was named to the Flamingo Championship All-Tournament. She's played 21 minutes today, which leads the Huskies along with Dalayah Daniels 21 minutes.
Little 2-2-1 zone press off the free throw. Just probably looking to slow, kind of disrupt UCLA a little bit, because you can't just keep letting them come down and pound it into Lauren Betts.
Taking some time off the shot clock. Kiki Rice, pull-up jumper, true.
And that's really a shot you're okay with.
Kiki Rice, one of the best slashing guards, but also has extended that range. That mid-range jumper sure looked pretty. We mentioned she can shoot the three. Here's Daniels, short on her mid-range jumper. Ladine tracks down the miss. Sellers lets it fly. 57%. And she's explosive. She can get downhill. Here's Rice from three. No good. And last touched by the Bruins. Does her get down in her stance? You like that?
She's moving. Got to look alive there on the sideline now.
Ladine, open look, drills it. They really would like to see Elle Ladine get some open looks. Betts this time over her right shoulder.
That was fantastic defense by Eke, just pushing her a little further out and pushing her back to the middle.
Outside the restricted area. And the miss comes to Washington, and they have it. Trying to close in this lead. Ladine back-to-back three balls. Betts sets the high screen for Rice. And now the switch off.
I got away with a travel there.
Arnisalo loses the handle. Barker, shot clock nears the end, and Steins collects the miss. Sellers with the two personals. Nobody else for Washington with more than one, and UCLA just 5 total fouls in this game. Oh, Betts with the block on Sellers, and now 1-on-1. Rice on Steins gets the finish.
What is Lauren Betts' wingspan? It's got to be 7 something.
She's 6'7", so you would imagine it's 6'8" or more. That's a good question. And a Steins beautiful take off glass.
Love the scoop layup. Right?
She's so creative.
Under Lauren Betts.
And she gets in the lane. Here's Betts again. Too deep, too strong.
I'd like to see Eke getting back to maybe trying to take a charge, and just get to that basket side shoulder.
Betts now 14 points, 3 rebounds. Ladine, Betts in the area, kicks it out. And then Ladine with the ball in her hands again. Daniels gets the edge, and she finishes with her left hand off the glass.
Betts not quite as ready to switch out on that one. Great read by Dalayah Daniels.
Once again, Washington within single digits. Keeping within striking distance. Eke, Betts to her left again. Lauren Betts has just been unstoppable when she catches the ball in the lane.
And I do think it's a conscious decision by UW coaching staff to say, we're going to try to move her, play her one-on-one, and not let anybody else get going. They had great success with that with Charlize Ledger-Walker. The one year, what did she score? 48, 50 points, but UW won the game, so we'll see if they make an adjustment.
You mentioned Charlize Ledger-Walker. Yeah, she put a 40 spot up as Washington won that game. Jaquez with the 3 ball, and Eke drives, kicks to Daniels, and she hits the 3. So the Washington Huskies have been good from deep here in the third quarter. Their 4th made 3. They've now made 6 in the ball game. Betts in deep again.
At this caliber, so great experience for her.
Eke, an outstanding defensive player, all MAC defense last year at Eastern Michigan. Sellers drives baseline, kicks it. Steins, wide open lane. Olay, she gets to the rim on a good pass. Had a window, especially against London Jones, who's 5'4". She's 5'11". If she would have caught it, big height advantage, but a pass out of her reach. 5 on the game clock. Kiki Rice drives. Dugalich might have been tipped. And the Huskies with the defensive stop to end the third quarter. So the Huskies outscoring UCLA in the third frame. Kiki Rice, who'd been bothered by a shoulder injury, missed a couple of games, but she's been back and she has shot it really well. 7 of 12 from the floor. She's been a slasher. Hasn't hit a 3 yet for Corey Close, but she certainly has played a really good game.
Absolutely. Lauren Betts getting a break right now. Hannah Stein shoots the gap, forces the turnover. Sellers still was able to draw the foul.
Corey Close has said that Arnisalo is the second fastest player on the Bruin roster, and she's still learning how to play defense. She's a freshman, and she's from Finland. It's different concepts, and frankly, most of the time there's just a different attention to detail defensively in the American game compared to the European game. But boy, loves the potential for Arnisalo on the defensive end of the floor.
Yeah, she talks very highly of Arnisalo's defense.
Dugalic gets it to roll in. So the Bruins get the first bucket in the fourth quarter. Sellers wants to answer. Ladine sky and high for the offensive board.
What stands out to me is how incredible she has been on the boards.
Yeah, it's certainly something that
so everybody's got to rebound. Can't just let the post think the posts are going to clean up everything. And Elle Ladine has really embraced that.
She hits the pair. She's up to 14 points. Her and Dalayah Daniels leading the way in the scoring column with 14 each. Dugalic able to squeeze that ball, avoid the turnover, and now Gardner hands it to Rice. Good ball movement. The kick out. Jaquez can't hit it. Gardner comes away with the O board. Washington has won that particular category. 11 offensive rebounds to 8 for UCLA. But the Bruins have shot a higher percentage. Arnisalo, beautiful take with the offhand. Five on the shot clock. Ladine between the legs. Money. Love to watch her play. Just does everything, is in the right spot, very smart. Rice on the move, count it! In the 2022 class, came to UCLA for Corey Close, and then she gets Lauren Betts to transfer to join her, and Janiyah Barker with her as well. They have the number 1, number 2, and number 3 ranked players from the 2022 class on their roster.
And you can't really tell that Kiki Rice missed a lot of time this preseason in some of the games. I mean, she just looks like she's in,
Sellers with the 3 ball. She's in double figures, 4 dogs with 10 or more. And she cuts it back to 8. London Jones can't answer. I think Sellers got a piece of it. And then the whistle. Tina Langley, we'll see what the Huskies have here.
All right, they're in the horn set.
Huskies continuing with 2 post players on the floor.
Pick and fence action. Jaquez did a great job of getting through
Ladine gets the space and drills her third. The Big Ten Conference action. What a game we have here in Seattle.
Looking for them, yep. Going right into Betts here.
Double team comes. Betts, count it!
Just kudos to Lauren Betts to find a way to make a bucket on that play.
I really think that's one of the most impressive things about Lauren Betts is that she can go left or right. It's really difficult, and she's a good passer out of the post at 6'7", something they've really worked on. So disrupting her is difficult. Here's Ladine. She's been hot. Keeps the pivot foot on the ground. Down by 8. 5 on the shot clock. Steins has to kick it to Ladine. Can't get the shot off. That's one Steins has got to find a way.
By UCLA, big stop.
Good possession on the defensive end for the Bruins. 3 minutes to go. 8-point lead. Betts again inside. She's got 20 this time. Kicks it to Jaquez. Won't go. And
Speaking
the Huskies
of great
get
passing,
the board. Steins into the lane, armbar. Washington has got hot, closed it. Closest they got was 5.
Number 1 team in the country just stepping up. I mean, that was great out of bounds defense. There was nobody open.
Oh, Elle Ladine stepping in front, and then an awkward spill. Excellent anticipation to be shooting 2 free throws. But as it stands, UW with the possession. 8 on the shot clock. Daniels double teamed. Steins, 3 on the shot clock, can't get the shot away. Shot clock violation.
And it's team defense. They're switching. They've got posts playing out on the perimeter, guards playing in the post.
Betts again in the lane and in again. Sellers. Checked by Rice, has a room. Off the front rim, won't go. Washington has 8 made threes in the game. That one won't go, and then the leak out by UCLA. Smart play, right place, right time.
Yeah, lots of contact there. She can create more and clearly maybe get to the free throw line. And yeah,
you could see her, being a player that puts tremendous amount of pressure on the defense. She's got a little Ari McDonald in her game for me. Very fast, quick frame. Ari McDonald faster, one of the fastest players in the nation when she was at Arizona, and was a freshman here at the University of Washington as well. Beautiful dime. Jaquez, the cutter. And UCLA with a 14-point lead, the #1 team in the land, making a few more plays than the Huskies this afternoon. Sellers, mid-range, won't drop, gets it back.
And get 2 more free throws. And I think UCLA is getting a little taste of, you're going to get everybody's best effort. The biggest thing is don't be peaking too soon.
Well, today it was Lauren Betts putting 23 points on the board.
You haven't even mentioned Barker or Jaquez.
Or Arnesalo, who's
yes.
been steady. It's just for other coaches trying to create a game plan. It's very difficult. Who do you take away? Most of the time, you want to double a player like Betts, but you can't afford to. As UCLA dribbles out the clock, 73-62. A well-played game here on both sides. I think UCLA got a good test from